Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you guys for coming today. This is a very important topic, examination of major security incidents at mass gatherings. Obviously we've got a bunch of big events coming up in the United States within the next couple of years, the Olympics, World Cup, our 250th anniversary. And I'm aware that you guys, as law enforcement agents, you guys have been dealing with a bunch of threats for a very long time, to include vehicle ramming attacks, IEDs, improvised explosive devices, vehicle-borne IEDs, active shooters, cyber attacks. But the one that's keeping me up at night is the one that we keep talking about up here. And that's as warfare has continued to evolve, the drone threat. And I just don't think that we're ready. I've sat in on a bunch of these hearings. I've had classified hearings with some of our federal agencies, and what I can tell you is that we are not ready. And I'm gonna do everything that I can to push for these authorizations that you guys need. But what I can tell you, and I know that you guys are probably aware of this, the federal government moves very slowly. And right now, this type of authorization, to my knowledge, has to go through 3 committees up here. I was interested, Colonel Hodges, in doing some research and finding out that in Louisiana, you guys just passed in June 2025 the We Will Act, which gives specifically trained state and local officers the authority to intercept and disable drones that pose a credible threat to public safety. I think that's fantastic. I hope that other states follow your lead. Have you guys had a chance to use any the provisions under that authorization yet, Colonel?
So in conjunction with our federal partners, prior to the passage of the law, we did it throughout the Sugar Bowl, Super Bowl, and Mardi Gras season. And now that we have the authorization, not at that moment, we're finalizing our policy and procedures and protocols for statewide compliance and ensure best practices. But I'm quite certain with the landscape of events that are coming this fall that we'll be putting that law to law enforcement benefit.
Have you guys had any pushback from the federal agencies who typically control the airspace and authorities with this state-passed legislation?
No, sir. They've been very supportive, and we have a great working relationship with the federal partners, and I think that's why we were successful over the last several months, both in New Orleans, but really across the state. And because we were able to work with them and use their technology in conjunction with our technology, we feel that we have a skill set that's ready to hit the ground running as soon as we finalize our policy.
Chief Graves, have you talked to your state legislature and governor about passing something similar?
I'm not sure that we have anything in the works of passing something similar, but I will get with Colonel Hughes to try to get some of the language.
Sheriff, how about yourself?
We will be having that conversation in the upcoming legislature.
One of the recommendations that I've made up here is that with FIFA and every sporting event that we can, we try and make sure it happens in a dome for obvious reasons. I think that will drastically cut down the threat of drone attacks. But in doing some research, I think out of the 11 different stadiums that the FIFA World Cup is going to be held in, only 4 of them are in domes. And I believe, Colonel, you guys have one yourself. Is that correct?
Although we have a dome, we're not hosting a FIFA, but as you know, the watch parties and the other outdoor events that coincide bring a larger, sometimes crowd than what's inside the stadium or dome. So the drone is still a challenge, even though inside, like the game itself for the Super Bowl was everything indoors, the events throughout the week, as well as things that are associated with an event of this magnitude, FIFA will need outdoor coverage and TFRs throughout.
Colonel, do you know how long it took to get that piece of legislation passed?
Well, Governor Landry has been in just a little over 18 months, and it was a priority of his to have that done. We knew right before I believe your membership tried to get it done prior to 2025, but unsuccessful. But we're very appreciative of the effort to move forward. I just wanted to add one comment about the drone with the detection and identification. Commissioner Davis talked about it, but that AI component, that technology, which used to take days, now takes just hours and sometimes minutes to identify who the operator of the drone is equally as important to mitigate or to return the drone or to take down the drone, because otherwise they're just going to go get another one and do the same thing. So I believe that's a technology we should, an investigative tool that we should embrace in conjunction with the counter drone and other capabilities.
Thank you, Colonel.